Hi, welcome to the OmniFY Invoice Professional Demo. The Invoice connector was built along with the Concur team as we are certified Concur partners. The connector is not a middleware and uses Concur APIs to establish connection and transfer information between Concur and Microsoft Dynamics Business Central. With our connector, you do not need to subscribe or pay for Concur API as they are included with our product. Now, let's proceed to the demo. I will give you a quick overview of the module first and then we will see how the process works. As you can see, there are 4 menu items. OmniFY Invoice Setup. This is where we configure and set up the connector based on client requirements. OmniFY Concur Invoice will get invoices from Concur into Business Central, and we also bring in Invoices images from Concur. OmniFY purchase orders are bidirectional, meaning that we can send purchase orders and purchase order receipts from Concur to Business Central and from Business Central to Concur. OmniFY Invoice Vendors is bidirectional. It is a staging area where we maintain the synchronization between Business Central and Concur vendors. The very first thing the connector synchronizes between the two systems is the vendors. And what we see here is the entry direction. Inbound means the vendor came in from Concur. And when the entry direction is outbound, the vendor is sent from Business Central to Concur. For demonstration purposes, I am going to create a vendor in Business Central and send it to Concur. After I click Send to Concur, this vendor will be sent to Concur. Now, let's search for the vendor we just created in Concur. And here it is. The connector also tracks any changes made to the vendors, so if we change the name or an address, these can also be synchronized. We can do this on demand push, which is what we just saw. By clicking on the Send to Concur, we also have the scheduler, which works in the background. Job queue entries is a built-in scheduler for Business Central, and we utilize this to schedule our connector's integration with Concur. This will automatically send vendors to Concur. Next, we will go to the invoices and see how they work. In summary, you would essentially create a new invoice in Concur and send it over to Business Central. Generally, invoices are sent as PDF to Concur, and Concur performs three-way or OCR matching. And when that is completed, it will route invoices for approvals if there are any. Once invoices are approved, we can bring them over to Business Central. We have 2 options here too. We can bring invoices manually if we want to do an on-demand download from Concur, or we can wait for the background job scheduler to run. There are 3 options to convert these Concur invoices. The first option is to create a purchase document, which will create a purchase invoice in Business Central. The second one is to post to purchase order, which will update the quantity to invoice in the relevant PO in Business Central. The last one is to post to purchase order and invoice. It will update relevant purchase order with quantity to invoice and create a purchase invoice. If you want to find the Concur invoices that were posted, search for OmniFY posted Concur invoices. Next, we will look at how the connector processes purchase orders. This is the staging area for purchase orders where we can send and receive PO from Concur. It shows you its entry direction, action, and whether it is synchronized or not. The connector has brought in all the information from Concur, the PO number, the vendors, each line items, any dimensions there might have been, and receipt lines. If you are doing your receiving in Business Central, we could send receipt information to Concur. In order to send purchase orders to Concur, we need to first go to the Business Central Standard Purchase Order page, choose the PO that we want to send, and click on Send to Concur. This PO will be ready in Concur. Let's find it in Concur. And here it is. To demonstrate receiving POs from Concur, let's create a PO here. Let's choose an item here. Let's save for the first one and let's add another one. This time, let's add a GL account. I will add a description here and submit it. It's going to ask me for an approver to be selected. So let's go ahead and do it. Now, I am going to switch to another screen where I am signed in as the approver and approve the PO. Once it is approved, we have a PO number generated. We can now bring it over to Business Central. Let's go ahead and select Get Purchase Order. At this point, it is essentially connecting to Concur, checking if there are any new POs, and it will bring it in. And here it is. We also have job queues synchronizing in the background, so you can schedule it to run every hour or every 4 hours, and it will keep bringing in new PO from Concur. To convert it to a Business Central purchase order, we have to select Create Purchase Documents. Now let's go to Business Central Purchase Order, and we see the new PO here. Both lines came in, the vendor came in, quantities and prices as well. If you are doing receiving in Concur, you could say Get Receipts to bring receipts information over. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the demo. If you have any questions, please feel free to mail us at sales@omnilogicsolutions.com and we will be happy to set up a personalized demo for you.